What is up, Frag fam? Corbin here again from Northwest Scent. As you guys can see, I have a special guest yet again. I'm joined by Justin. It's a pleasure seeing you again, man.
Pleasure is mine. Beautiful day we're having.
Yeah, it's better than it has been recently. We've had some really bad weather here, but it's warmed up.
Yeah.
So today we are bringing you guys round 3 of Guess the Fragrance House. So we're going to be going over different fragrance houses, stuff that we are familiar with as far as the house goes, but not necessarily the fragrances specifically, and we have to try and figure it out.
That's right. Yeah, we got 5 each that we've brought, but we put in 6 names so that we're kind of throwing each other off a little bit at the end. You can't just, it's going to give it a little bit more ambiguity by the end. And yeah, these are all fragrances in theory we have not smelled. So we're going to see if we can guess where they're coming from. Okay, so first up we're going to have Corbin smell something, so you'll look away.
Hope I get it.
And we'll see what we got here. All right, here's our first choice. How's the sound of that atomizer?
That's a nice pressurized atomizer right there. High quality.
You're good to go.
Or it could be Sean John 3 a.m. So let me read off the houses to you guys real quick. My choices are Versace, we got Yves Saint Laurent, Etat Libre d'Orange, Azzaro, Le Labo, and Atelier des Ors. Some new houses in here. Okay, so this is citrusy and to me rosy off the bat. I'm getting a nice kind of, this is the style of rose that I think I am more just keen on. I don't like stuff that is super heavy and jammy on the floral side.
It's more of a fresher, subtle rose.
Yeah, and there's some beautiful citruses, very bright. This is very uplifting, definitely warm weather oriented. There's a little touch of sweetness as well, but it's definitely not cloyingly sweet. So I'm gonna eliminate houses. I do not think this is a Versace. Yeah, definitely not. I don't think this is Yves Saint Laurent. I don't think this is an Azzaro. So this is going to come down to, well, I guess the 3 niche houses. We got Etat Libre d'Orange, Le Labo, Atelier des Ors. Rose, I've smelled some of the Le Labos. I know there's Rose, I think it's called Rose 31, but
yeah, it's their most popular one, I think.
I'm not, and I've smelled it, but I don't really remember what it smells like. So I guess it theoretically could be that, but I just don't really know. And then Etat Libre d'Orange. So in my experience, the ones that I've tried, I actually did a first impressions video somewhat recently, and I kind of went through a lot of them, and they're all kind of like bombastic and quirky fragrances, very unique and off the wall. Not the most wearable fragrances in the world in my experience, but very artful.
They can be a little whimsical.
Yeah. But I give them props for just the artsy take on.
Don't care what anybody thinks.
I love the names like Fat Electrician, stuff like that.
I mean, Secretions Magnifique is a case study right there.
Oh my gosh. I remember smelling that and I wasn't prepared.
Same here.
It could be an Etat Libre d'Orange, but this is striking me as more wearable.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm gonna eliminate that. I'm gonna go with Atelier des Ors.
Are you sure about that?
Has a nice wearability factor too.
Very wearable.
Yes.
It is a Etat Libre d'Orange.
No.
This is called I Am Trash. Le Fleur de Déchet.
Yes, I've heard of this one.
Yeah, but you nailed a lot of the scent. There's definitely rose in here. There's definitely some kind of citrus.
Yeah.
Apple is really what makes the sweetness.
I could see that.
There's a little bit of sandalwood in there, and there's some like kind of, there's some musks in there. Some like maybe not the most natural musks, but
gotcha.
But it kind of adds like just kind of fills out the scent with texture. But
this might be the most wearable fragrance from the house that I've smelled.
I really believe it is. I mean, there's some that are really good, like Remarkable People, beautiful scent. You or Someone Like You, great mint scent. Both of those are very wearable, and I'm sure there's others. But then they have their fair share of ones that it's like, you sure this isn't like meant to just be sprayed on the earth?
Yeah, right.
But this is not one you would think would come from the house.
Beautiful
but
scent.
It does, yeah.
I like it. I Am Trash. No, it's not very trash to my nose.
Yeah. The only reason why it has that name is because it is composed of ingredients that are the result of what's called upcycling. So these are materials that would have otherwise been thrown out.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and they've kind of repurposed them into the ingredients.
I like that. That's really cool and unique.
Smells nothing like trash. So
it does not. It smells fantastic. All right, Justin, you're up.
All righty.
Here's the bottle, guys.
Okay.
Excited to see what you think of this one.
Let's see here. Let's see how I do. Oh my goodness. Wow. Let's see what we got. This is different. Wow. So we have MFK, Amouage, Nichane, Kilian, Dolce & Gabbana, and Xerjoff. Wow. what am I smelling here? What a blend.
I know, right?
It's there's a little bit of a funk in there, but it's very subtle. It's a very tasteful funk. It's almost a little green, kind of. It's kind of on the fresh side, maybe a little woody, kind of almost powdery, but
you're getting a lot of it.
I know I have not smelled it before. It has, man, it really has presence though. There's even a little bit of a bitterness. Well, man, let me see if I can eliminate. This does not smell like an MFK, but there's a lot of his fresher ones I haven't really smelled. This is not an Amouage. Nichane, my gut tells me no, but let's see, Killian, no. Dolce & Gabbana, this smells a little too complex for that. Unless it's like K Eau de Parfum or something, which I haven't smelled.
I haven't smelled that. The Eau de Toilette was so bad, I didn't even want to give the...
I don't think it's that. Xerjoff, if it's one of their fresher ones, I don't know. Man, this is tough. I don't know if I would say I love it.
Interesting.
I do like it, and I find it interesting.
Okay.
It could be a Xerjoff or a Nichane. I'm between those two. My gut is telling me Xerjoff. So, I'm gonna go with Xerjoff.
Okay, final answer?
Yeah.
Well, this is a Nichane. This is Sultan.
Are you kidding me?
This is Sultan vetiver.
Seriously?
Yep.
I have a decan of that.
So
I've smelled it on my skin, and it did not smell like this.
Okay, that's interesting.
This smells a lot. I like this better than I like
That's why
it
I
on
was
my
surprised
skin.
because I love this fragrance. The sillage is incredible. I'm gonna read you guys the notes as well, just so you know. So Sultan vetiver, you have Java vetiver oil, bourbon vetiver, Haitian vetiver, and vetiver. So you get 4 different types. There's also a little bit of anise in here, so it adds kind of like a licoricey vibe to me. You get a nice bergamot note at the top for a little just touch of citrus, but it's not really super duper bright. It's definitely focusing around that vetiver,
you know,
and you get all those different facets of vetiver. You were saying it's dirty, green, woody. You get all of that.
I thought I had vetiver, but I didn't trust it because this was a lot cleaner than it did on my skin. This fragrance smells like you just mowed a lawn.
It does. This really is. It's pungent. It's loud, but it smells absolutely
good.
This is my favorite vetiver fragrance of all time, personally.
Smelling it here makes me want to try it again on my skin.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll give you a spray after the video or something. You can check it out.
Sounds great, man. Okay.
Right. So we are each down 0-1. Dang.
You're up.
Yeah, let me take a look at these houses.
Here's our fragrance. Okay, you're good.
Okay. Let's see, open this back up. Let's go. This smells kind of familiar, but not. It's like an orange creamsicle kind of scent almost.
Cool.
So obviously I said orange creamsicle. I'm getting like an orangey smell.
Yeah.
Decently sweet.
Yes.
Sweeter than the last one, but not super duper sweet.
Yeah.
There's a nice kind of creaminess to it, kind of powdery at the same time. It's like a fresh powdery. I'm kind of getting a fizzy quality almost in a way. Now let's see here. Atelier de Sours, Le Labo, Zaro, YSL, and Versace.
Versace,
yeah. Versace. I don't think I've actually ever heard that. That's great. Man, what could this be? You guys want to tell me? Right now, tell me.
They know what it is. It's on the screen.
Yeah, let me know. Okay, so I don't think this is a Le Labo. We already know it's not an Etat Libre d'Orange. A Zaro. Maybe, I don't know, man, this smells familiar. It's gonna bug me.
It should smell familiar. Maybe not if you smelled it before, but it might just smell like a bunch of other things.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is definitely piquing some kind of scent memory, and I'm not able to figure it out. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna eliminate. I don't think this is a Versace. It's not an Etat Libre d'Orange. Man, is this a YSL? It's kind of sweet, like the oh man, what's that line? The Y line almost, but yeah, I don't think this is a Le Labo. Well, I know you don't like the Y line. You've told me that, so I'm assuming you don't own any with the Y fragrances. So I'm gonna eliminate that. So there we go. No more YSL.
My lips are sealed. My lips are sealed.
Yeah, this smells freaking familiar. What is it? Okay, you know what? No more holding up here. I'm just gonna go.
Once again, folks, this is a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah, you think you know all the stuff you've smelled, but once you're put on the spot, you really have to think. You're like, man, it's tough.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go with Atelier de Sours again.
You blew it!
No. That's just what I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
So.
Atelier des This is YSL. This is La Nuit de l'Homme Au Electrique.
Oh my gosh, that's why. It smells like Invictus almost.
It does.
Like, that's what it.
It smells like a big mix of Invictus. It does smell mostly to me like Versace Eros. But man, if you think this is
niche quality, guys, snag it.
Honestly, I haven't spent a lot of time with it. It doesn't impress me, but it is very pleasant.
It's pleasant.
And honestly, just I was getting whiffs in the air as you're smelling. I'm like, it does smell really good.
It does. It's super, like, nobody's gonna think that stinks.
Yeah. Does it smell like La Nuit de l'Homme? No.
No, it doesn't. Like no, not at all. I don't know. It should have been its like own thing. Is this it? Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it's like I can kind of see it has a faint touch of that, like, I don't know, that loam DNA down under in a way, but it's not rich and spicy, and it doesn't really have like an aromatic side to it.
Mostly you get green apple. You get some mandarin orange. You'd think you did say orange.
Yeah.
There's a lot of geranium and lavender and sage, apparently.
Okay.
Lots of vanilla and tonka bean.
I can see the vanilla.
Cashmere wood, all the the typicals for your designers.
Yeah.
But it smells good. If you want compliments, this will do it. But if you want to stand out, this will not do it.
Okay, so you are up now.
Yeah, I'll turn away.
All right. Here's the bottle. All right, you are up.
Okay. I heard nothing at all.
It was the wind.
Yes, sprayed the wind.
Yes.
Whoa, this is really nice. This is very light.
Yes, it's actually better on skin. It is kind of a lighter fragrance on paper.
Wow, man, it smells familiar. Very smooth. A little sweet, a little aromatic. It's just like a little bit of everything, but just a little bit. I'm not getting a ton here.
Like there's not one note that's really jumping out at you.
No, I mean, the whole scent in itself is kind of eluding me right now. It's just kind of like dodging my nose.
Yeah, you can't smell me.
So we know it's not Nichane, and definitely doesn't smell like one because it's so dang subtle here. I don't believe this is a Xerjoff, because Xerjoff would be much more pungent. Same with Killian. Honestly, I'm barely smelling it.
I did 2 sprays too.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that?
Like it's there. Every time I sniff, I smell something. But it's just like moving slowly, like just like taking its time going in. This is too smooth to be Dolce & Gabbana. And also too light. But it's not all that fresh. It doesn't come off super fresh. So it's not an amouage. Amouage would be unmistakable. I'm gonna go with MFK. That's my final answer.
Okay, he's got his answer. First correct answer of the video.
Oh my god.
It is masculine pluriel.
Man, that's one I've been meaning to smell.
Yeah, so it's actually really simple. It's lavender, vetiver, leather, woody notes, patchouli. So yeah, there's no oak moss or like tonka bean, and no citruses.
What makes it sweet?
I don't really know. And it's honestly, based on the note breakdown, it's not an aromatic fougere, but it really is to your nose. It's a soapy.
It is more soapy, yeah.
It's like a soapy barbershop fragrance. Very.
Yeah. You said it's a little heavier on the skin?
It is.
Because, I mean, what do you think? Yeah, I've been smelling it for minutes.
I thought that right when I handed it to you. Obviously, I smelled it first. And it is pretty light. I can pick it up right now. Yeah. But it's pretty light. I do get better projection and everything on this skin. Yeah, it's only an eau de toilette.
Yeah, yeah.
But
how does it last?
It's not like beast mode, not like Baccarat Rouge, but probably like 6-7 hours. So for an eau de toilette,
not bad.
And it smells fantastic.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I like it. I mean, yeah, I would totally wear this. I've been it's getting stronger now. For some reason. It smells awesome.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like a super smooth lavender.
Yeah, and so you for sure haven't smelled this one.
Maybe I had a sample like 5 years ago, but.
Gotcha.
I may have sprayed it once. I don't even remember.
Yeah, I remember snagging this, and I was just blown away. It's so smooth. Yeah. It's this or AMRA's Home as my favorite.
I got to get both of those.
These are my 2 favorites, and they're not even the most popular ones in the house. Everybody talks about Satin Mood and Baccarat Rouge 540 and some of those other ones.
Grand Soir and all
Grand Soir, yeah. This is definitely up there.
Good stuff, man.
It is great.
Francis.
He does great things.
Okay, you are up. Right here is the bottle. Okay, there you go.
I think I got a whiff of that as the breeze came.
Yeah, the wind picked up right this way as I sprayed.
Oh man, this is nice. This is a lot darker, I would say, richer than the last two.
Yeah.
It's kind of enigmatic in a way. It's really hard for me to figure out exactly what's going on. It's kind of all over the place. But so we got no more YSLs, no more Itat Libre d'Orange. Man, this smells familiar too. What could that be? It's kind of boozy and maybe tobacco-y in a way. I don't know.
Okay.
Sweet. This is definitely the sweetest one thus far.
Okay.
I think, yeah, even then, sweeter than O Electrique, the Invictus ripoff. Yeah, there's definitely familiarity here. So it's like I said, it's kind of giving me like a boozy tobacco, sweet, spicy. Man, what is this reminding me of? Now I'm like looking at my fragrance shelves right now, just running it all through. The only thing that I could think of, if maybe Versace Man, kind of like a tobacco, sweet, spicy fragrance, but this doesn't smell quite like it to me. There's a familiarity here, and what could that be? Where have I smelled this?
You know, it's tough when we smell so many things. You start connecting dots. You know, it's really difficult for a fragrance to truly not remind you of anything.
Exactly. You get overlap eventually, right? There's only so many combos you can have within notes.
And it's really special when you can combine elements that are fairly common into something that smells incredible and maybe new.
Instead of trying to figure out the house, I'm like trying to figure out the fragrance. Because I feel like I've smelled this before or something like it. I'm gonna say it's not a Le Labo. I don't know why. I think I'm just gonna go with Azzaro.
Okay, final answer.
Yeah, final answer. I guess it's kind of designer-ish.
You're correct. This is Azzaroporum Hot Pepper.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is one of those new flankers they came out with a couple years ago. I think they made like 5 of them all at once.
Yeah, I had Ginger Lover.
Yeah, Ginger Lover, Wild Mint, and maybe another one.
It smells nice. I like it. It's pleasant. I was in the end, because like I said, I said it's like the most appealing to my nose, but then I was trying to think complexity. I was like, just because it smells really nice doesn't mean it's super complex, and there's a lot of depth and supernatural smelling.
Exactly.
So
I mean, apparently there's only 3 notes listed here.
Really?
Chili pepper, pink pepper, and cashmere.
Huh. That's
but
why
I think there's more going on than that, because there's a sweetness in there. There's a freshness that more than just spice. So there's got to be something. I think they call it like a hot, spicy fougere.
I could kind of see that. There is, thinking about it, let me smell it again.
Yeah.
If I can find it. Yeah, it's right here. There is a very faint touch of the original in there. It's just it's a sliver. You're getting just a small peek at it, and but it's there. It's kind of that like soapy,
almost kind of creamy.
Shaving foam style.
Yeah, totally.
But it's really kind of its own thing, I think, for the most part.
Definitely. Yeah, it's simple, but it's familiar, but it doesn't smell just like anything else. But it also doesn't smell super unique.
No.
But it's nice.
Yeah, I know I have smelled something similar, but I know I haven't smelled that exact fragrance. So now it's gonna bug me. I'm gonna try and figure out what it was, and maybe I'll never find out. And you are up. You're on your is this your third one, right?
Third one.
All right, here's the bottle, guys. All right, you're up.
Okay.
Here you go.
All right. What in the world? This is unusual, but kind of familiar. There's like a candied sweetness almost. Okay, so it's not an MFK, it's not a Nichane. It's quite sweet. That's mostly what I'm getting. Kind of almost like an orangey sweet, almost like a musky woodiness. I'm having a similar experience as I had with the Armani last time. I feel like I'm getting glimpses of the entire composition with every sniff, but I'm not getting the fullness of it.
Yeah, I love that analogy. It's like you're like face planted up against a freaking painting.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, all these dots are beautiful. You know? That's kind of what I'm getting.
I can see red. I can see green.
Yeah. This does not smell like an amouage. This does not smell like a Killian. Xerjoff Dolce & Gabbana is what we're really considering here. Xerjoff Dolce & Gabbana. It's almost a little designery. It doesn't smell overly complex.
Interesting.
But it also doesn't smell super like something I've smelled before.
So tough, guys.
Yeah, I mean, this definitely is
but
a fresher option. Gosh.
yeah.
Wow, this is crazy, man. I cannot pin it to anything. My gut is telling me it's Dolce & Gabbana because it's kind of nondescript, to be honest. And I just would not associate this with Killian or Xerjoff, but watch it be one of those. I'm gonna say Dolce & Gabbana.
Solid guess.
Oh my gosh, really?
It's the One Mysterious Night.
What?
And you know what? This is an oud rose fragrance. It's got rose, oud, there's saffron in here, amber.
Man, I feel like I have a decan of that once again. I think I've smelled it once on my skin.
Gotcha.
And it smelled nothing like this.
Maybe it's macerated, just because, you know, the decants tend to age a lot quicker because they're exposed to air and there's less volume.
Sure. I mean,
as far as the liquid goes.
My decan is no more than a few months old.
Oh, so it's recent then.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I smelled it when I got it. I honestly didn't care for it, so I just didn't even like log it. This does not smell anything like that. It smells kind of bright.
Yeah, well, there is grapefruit in here actually at the top, but for me, it's all about this like I get like this cherried rose. It's like it's a fruity rose.
Smells like it.
And there's like a nice powdery amber. It is sweet, like you said. There's amber.
Now it's smelling like I get the saffron now. What the brain is so crazy, man.
It's once you figure it out, you can really access those things and pinpoint it. But if you're just going off of nothing, it can be really hard.
Wild.
And honestly, to me, this is it's not really design or niche quality. Like it does kind of smell designer-ish, but I think the style of scent is more niche, right? It's an oud rose fragrance.
You don't see that in designer.
It's pretty unique for a designer fragrance.
You're not going to find that at Macy's.
No, you're not.
Like that kind of fragrance profile, you know?
No, this would not appeal to the masses.
No.
So
man, it's nice. I mean, now that I know what I'm smelling, it's funny how it just changes your perspective.
Yeah. Honestly, so if you guys are looking for an affordable oud rose that I think is pretty pleasant, this one is all right.
Yeah.
You know, it's not bad.
I'll have to revisit my decant. Okay.
My turn. Oh, here's those.
All right, this one. Here's the bottle. Okay. There you go.
All right. Thanks. So I got Versace, Le Labo, and Atelier des Ors. Oh, wow. This is intense. I feel like I'm smelling a Cuban cigar. Tobacco-y, a little smoky. There's a nice touch of sweetness. And it really is kind of smoky. It's not like, some people say like Aventus is smoky, like quotes, you know, like it's maybe it's just kind of woody.
It's just combined with so much freshness as well.
Yeah, but this is giving me like it's almost like a lit cigar smoke or like a campfire smoke. It's not like my face is right there getting all the smoke, but it's I'm getting little whiffs of it. Man, this is a very hyper realistic tobacco. I can confidently say there's probably tobacco in here just based on the way this smells.
Do you like it?
I really like it. Yes, I really like it. A little bit sweet too. It's not just a like I said, it's not like just a burnt tobacco note. There's a little bit of that kind of sweet, like chewing tobacco. I'm trying to think, there has to be other stuff going on. It is a little powderiness maybe, and I don't know if that sweetness is coming from, again, the tobacco, or maybe there's some kind of amber accord in here, which traditionally does have a powdery side, but also a kind of sweet vanillic side to it. I'm almost going to Nosmic. My nose has been in this for a minute and a half straight. So I'm going to eliminate houses. This is no way in hell Versace. We've used up Azzaro, Itat Libre d'Orange, and YSL. Man, so Atelier des Ors and Le Labo. Now, like I said, I'm not super experienced with Le Labo, but I know that their fragrances are based around a note, right? You know, you got the Rose 31 or whatever, and they got the Patchouli fragrance, and they got, I think, a Santal fragrance or something like that. This is screaming tobacco to me. What's that one called? Tobacco?
28.
28.
That's one you're thinking of?
Yeah. This could, like, obviously I haven't smelled that one, but I could see this being like a fragrance themed around this tobacco note, and then it being Tobacco 28. So it's either Atelier des Ors or that. I think, yeah, my gut tells me Le Labo. This is completely focused around tobacco.
Okay.
So that's my guess. Hopefully there's tobacco in here, otherwise I'm gonna look like a complete idiot.
Tobacco 28.
Oh my gosh. This smells, guys, this smells phenomenal. He's not joking when he's hyping this up in his videos.
Tobacco, rum,
man,
spices.
Dang.
Yeah. It's the real deal.
My life has changed.
It's so good.
This is really good.
Yeah.
A gift, right?
From Grace.
Man.
Hard to get.
Yeah, how are you supposed to get it again if you want it, like absolutely need it?
So it's a city exclusive. The city exclusives mean that you can only buy them in that city at their boutique. However, every year in September, for the whole month, you can buy them anywhere and online. So this is the Miami exclusive. So in theory, anytime outside of September, you have to go to the Le Labo boutique in Miami to buy this.
You can't order it online from there? Gotcha.
You got to go in person. But
wow.
In September, you can buy them anywhere and again online as well. But they are very expensive, perhaps overpriced.
Yes.
Honestly, I mean, a 50 milliliter bottle is probably close to $400.
What?
Yeah.
Seriously? Oh
Seriously.
My gosh. I don't know. That could possibly be worth it for how realistic. Guys, this is like I said, this literally smells like a lit cigar, but it's not just harsh like that. It's so smooth, but so realistic. I can smell it smells like an actual tobacco leaf that's been dried. It's not a green tobacco leaf. It's the tobacco leaf that you're smoking, basically.
Yeah, totally.
And it's spicy and sweet, and man, this is good.
I think it's a fragrance that obviously it has a darker characteristic to it.
Right.
So it kind of screams like fall, winter, but I do think that the nature of the profile, it would work great in like the evenings in the summer.
Yeah.
It's a great summer night scent, kind of casual in a way, but a little bit of classiness in there. Definitely for outdoors, I would say, if you're hanging out outside on a summer night.
Fantastic smelling, wow.
Alrighty.
So you're up now on number 4. This one right here.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Let's see. Ooh. Wow. Sharp, fresh, a little bit bitter, but also kind of sweet. I'm getting like a juniper berry.
Do you like it?
I do. It's almost like a grapefruit or something. And definitely citrus. It reminds me of Luministe. I don't know if you smelled that one.
Haven't tried anything from them.
This is like, at least on paper, like a stronger version of that, because Luministe is beautiful. It just is very fleeting. There's almost a kind of a powdery sweetness in here as well. Yeah, very fresh, bright, and almost maybe lemony in a way, but sweet and a little powdery. Beautiful.
Where does that fall, do you think, with the things you've smelled so far, as far as your preferences?
You know, I think I liked it more at first spray than I do now, because it was actually a little bit more bitter, which made it a little bit more mouth-watering.
It almost had like that tart,
tart, yeah. But now it's kind of becoming sweeter, and it's kind of like smoothing over a bit. It's like smearing the scent in a way, but it's nice. I mean, it still has some depth to it. Let's see, we are considering Amouage, Killian, and Xerjoff. This does not strike me as an Amouage.
Heavy hitting house.
Yeah.
Or houses, I should say.
Yeah, this is not an Amouage type of profile. Killian or Xerjoff. If this was a Killian, this would be one of their fresher offerings, which could be the case. I have no experience with them, but
last time you nailed Bamboo Harmony. Had it smelled it, he was like, there's that one, the blue bottle.
Bamboo Harmony, yeah.
Bamboo Harmony.
But if this was a Xerjoff, what would this be? I'm gonna go with Xerjoff. That's my final answer.
Okay, you're right.
Ah!
It's Odin.
And that's one I have not smelled.
This is Odin. So this one, you get citruses, rum, gaiac wood, coffee, vanilla. So it's actually, so you remove the like the gaiac wood basically, and it's kind of a gourmand.
Yeah, no, totally.
Because you got the boozy notes. You got
the booziness, the rum, even though, because Luministe is more of a gin, but with the freshness that it brings, it kind of had a similar quality to it, but rum is obviously a different
I will say, so you think it's kind of richened up a little bit?
Yeah.
I think honestly in my skin it does stay a little bit lighter. It definitely does change, but believe it or not, it doesn't get super dark when I've worn it.
You said there's coffee?
There's coffee, yeah, so I'll go through, the notes are citruses, you got gaiac wood, rum, vanilla, coffee. There's some other notes as well, maybe some patchouli. But basically, those are the standouts. If you remove that gaiac wood, it's basically a gourmand.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really smell super gourmand, but it's almost.
No. It's a fresher, brighter gourmand.
Yeah, and it smells. I think it smells fantastic. Yeah. This is the best fresh Xerjoff in my opinion, and I've tried a lot of them.
I gotta say, yeah, I'd love to try that on skin. I've spent time with Neo. I've spent time with Renaissance.
Right.
Everyone is crazy about Neo. To me, it's like just green, 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 green.
I only tried a sample of it, but I definitely preferred Odin to it.
Yeah.
I did not like Renaissance.
Renaissance, I like it. I haven't smelled it in years. I used to have a sample of it. I did a review on it years ago.
Gotcha.
From a sample. And it's kind of like this lemon lime quality. It's nice from what I remember. It's very citrusy. To me, it almost smelled like Sprite in a way. But it was okay. This definitely has more character.
It does, yeah. And I like the.
But this is a different collection, right?
This is the Shooting Stars collection.
Yeah,
so you have.
One is
1861.
That's right.
This is These only come in the 50 mil.
I haven't tried Kobe.
Yeah, there's Kobe, which I haven't tried. Apparently, that's like the richest in the collection, the one with the most depth, and I think Neo is the lightest.
Okay.
And this
Neo,
one's kind of in the middle. It's got in the far dry down. It's definitely, you've lost those citruses, and it's basically all those richer notes, but it's very vibrant off the get-go. Okay. Right. You just get all that citrus blast. So I think it smells really fantastic.
I'm gonna keep coming back to it. Yeah. Here we go. I think this is 5 or 4.
This is number 5, my last one.
Okay. Here is our final fragrance. And you are up.
This is the 50-50 one. You look like an idiot if you miss out.
But
but it can happen too.
It's still harder than it looked.
Oh my gosh. This is fresh. This is definitely the most vibrant fragrance you brought today. So there is definitely a tartness to it. I am getting kind of a bite, and it's kind of like an astringent bite, excuse me. And it's funny, I could be wrong, but I lived in Alaska for a while, and we had cedar trees. All the forests were cedar trees, and I'm getting a very realistic kind of that dry, peppery, woody facet that cedar is known for. So I feel like there's maybe cedar in here, but it's definitely that like fruit up front. It's like a tart citrus. Like I said, it's kind of got this bitter bite to it, this like kind of clean smell. And like I said, it's kind of spicy, but traditionally cedar does kind of have like a pepperiness to it that you can almost call it
spice.
Yeah, so Versace and Atelier des Ors. I don't think this is a Versace. If this is, I don't know what it is. This smells too complex to me. Yeah, you know what? And this smells really high quality. Like I said, I'm getting these very realistic notes. I feel like this is a niche fragrance. This has to be Atelier des Ors. That's my guess.
Yep.
What is it?
Riviera Drive.
Oh my, I almost blind bought this recently.
Really?
Yeah, and I should have. I absolutely love it. That smells fantastic.
It's really good, and you got a lot of the elements. Definitely lemon and rosemary.
Okay.
To start it off, there's a little bit of marjoram, which I'm not super familiar with. It's maybe kind of an herbaceous note. It does have a heart of cedarwood and absinthe.
Okay.
And I think it dries down with some musk, and I can't remember the base notes now. But yeah,
that is really nice, and that's kind of like a Odin, but in a different direction. It's a freshie with depth. It's not just citruses over a bed of musk with some, synthetic woody notes thrown in there.
The unfortunate thing about it, this stuff barely lasts like 4 hours.
Really?
Maybe.
Okay.
So you spray heavy, but you just got to be prepared to either respray or just wear it when you're not going to be out for too long. Yeah. You don't need it for very long.
You wear it when you're trying to impress at the grocery store.
Exactly. Yeah, but it just, there's something light and clean about it, but there is some depth to it.
Okay.
Especially that absinthe note is really kind of special.
I think that maybe that's where I'm getting that bite. Like I said, it's kind of got this sharp. I was thinking maybe it was juniper berry because it was kind of sharp, and so, I was like maybe it's juniper berry or gin, but I could kind of see that as like a liquor note.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's sharp. It doesn't smell super boozy.
No. Definitely
but
not.
There's something sharp and unusual about it. It's a hard note to pin down.
Definitely. You don't see it used too often. Yeah.
Comes from Artemisia, but using Artemisia and using absinthe, they kind of can give a similar vibe, but they're different.
Gotcha.
For whatever reason.
And you are on your last one. All right, guys, here's the last fragrance. Boom. All right, you're up. Here you go.
Okay. Ooh. Wow. This is like dark, rich, woody, spicy, maybe a little leathery, kind of bitter in a way, not all that sweet. This is very mysterious. Smoky, maybe. Oh man, right off the rip, this does not smell like a Killian to me. Man, it's way too mysterious, not bombastic in a way, not like a killing fragrances can be a little bit arrogant. This is not arrogant. It's bold, but it is.
It's like a confident person that is not full of themselves.
Yeah, Amouage. If this was Amouage, the only ones I could think of that I haven't really spent time with are some of the original ones, like your Journeyman or your Memoir Man or Epic Man. I haven't really spent time with those.
Gotcha.
But I'm gonna say it's an Amouage.
Okay, so Amouage is your final guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Final answer.
Way to go out with a bang. This is Overture Man.
Oh, this is Overture Man?
This is the, so this is a Harrods exclusive.
Oh, this is so good.
I think it's, maybe besides Interlude 53, it's probably the hardest one to get right now.
Where did you get yours?
I got it on Facebook. Guy was,
okay.
I did an in search of post, and some guy was like, I have a full bottle I never use, or whatever. He sold it to me. The only place, so yeah, you used to only be able to get this at Harrods. I think you can get it on the Amouage site now. Yeah. But I think that's it. I think it's either Harrods and Amouage, and if not there, maybe you'll find it from a reseller on eBay or somewhere, but you can't find this where they sell Amouages. Man, so
this is beautiful.
So
what do you think of it? Because I know you just got that.
I just got this, so I'm as new to it as him, basically. So let me read you the notes, because I haven't really figured them out yet. So you get cognac, cumin, there's some cardamom and saffron in the top. You get myrrh and benzoin in the mid, with some other spices and resins. Yes. And in the base you have sandalwood. There's smoke, incense. There's actually animal notes. Some leather. And the skin,
Would you say it smells pretty much like that, or?
Yeah, it actually gets a little, like, just turn the knob like one click over on the dirtiness. And
it's a little dirtier.
It's just a little dirtier on your skin. You get that animal notes on the skin, and at least on my skin.
I can get it in the background. Man, but this is my favorite one you brought today.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is climbed to the ranks as like, the top of the ranks. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite Amouages right now.
Really? Because I was curious how you were going to feel about it even after a few days, you know, so you feel like even from the get-go you're like, oh, I really like it.
It's just like that initial, like, it could be like the honeymoon thing where you're like, oh man, this is so new, I love it. But to me, it smells.
I feel like, but you smell so much.
Yeah.
You know, right off the rip, it's like, do I like this? Do I not like this? Am I trying to like it?
This is, and you can attest to this right now, this is so complex. There is so much going on in here.
Yeah, all the elements you listed, and Amouage does this so well.
Yes. Everything
is there, and you can almost see it, but nothing is separated. They're all just melded.
It's blended, blended beautifully. And so complex.
And the way it just enters the nostrils, man, I tell you.
Yeah.
To those of you, I know there's a lot of you out there who are afraid of trying stuff like this. Yep. Because, and I can relate to it, because you're like, maybe you're not sure if you'll like it, or maybe it's just too expensive, even to sample. But to sample it, you could find a sample of this somewhere. I know it.
You can. People are decanting this stuff.
If you're into fragrances, even just remotely, and you want to go a level deeper.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't mean you want to become an expert or anything like that. Just say you want to like start to expand your horizons a little bit. You gotta try stuff like this. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you that you're gonna love it. If you had given this to me 3 years ago, I would have ran.
Same. It's not, there's nothing mass appealing about it. But that doesn't mean you can't like smell good to others. I think if you're like dressed appropriately,
it's all about how you wear it.
You're well groomed, you're confident. I think you could totally pull this off, and people will be like, "Dang, what are you wearing?"
Yeah, I mean, personality does play a role here. Yeah. If you feel like you can walk into a room with your shoulders back and your chest out, dressed your best, whatever it may be, whatever that is, there's no baseline for that, and just approach people with confidence and with kindness. This is the kind of fragrance that, in that scenario, it will supplement you more than you can ever imagine. And it may not elicit a lot of compliments, but it will affect people in the room.
Absolutely.
It will affect your imprint upon them, and they will remember you.
Absolutely. It's a statement making kind of thing. It's really bold. Yeah, this one, but there's lots of other fragrances out there like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and once you smell stuff like this, I think it really it tunes your nose to like start enjoying stuff more like this.
Exactly.
You know, you kind of baby step it in a way, and eventually you can build up to stuff like this and you love it.
Exactly. So I'm gonna get off the soapbox now, but I just felt like I wanted to say that.
Glad you liked that.
Yeah.
So we went out with a bang. The last fragrance was your favorite. Well, there you guys go. That was Guess the Fragrance House round 3. And to me, at least, I don't know about you, this felt the most competitive to me, probably the most challenging round, but also one of the most fun.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's going to be the trend. It gets more challenging and more fun because we improve each time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you coming on the channel again.
Man.
It's
pleasure.
awesome.
Yeah.
And if you guys aren't subscribed to him, you know, definitely check out his channel. He's going to be in the title. He's going to be down in the description as well. So check him out. And we hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, I would really appreciate dropping a like just to show your support. And then that way more people can see my videos on YouTube. Additionally, if you want to write a comment, maybe just letting me know your thoughts, as well as some new video ideas or topics, that would be great too. And since you're down there doing all that stuff, if you've not already, if you could hit the subscribe button and then the bell notification, that would be amazing. That way you stay up to date on new videos whenever they get released going forward. But with all that out of the way, that's all we really have for you guys today. So I hope you have a good one. Stay healthy, stay wealthy, and smell great.